Today was Workshop 5 out of a series of 10 continuous professional development opportunities for the maths teachers in the country. So today in the workshop we were promoting a methodology which was called the array or the table method, which can be used in the teaching and learning of algebra. We started off at the concrete stage using the algebra models or the algebra tiles, and we progressed right up to the table or the array model.
Well, I suppose we've all been teaching algebra the way we were taught, or the same way. There hasn't been too many changes and different approaches, and it is one of the toughest topics to teach the children. They find it the toughest. So with this new approach, it just gives us alternative methodologies to try for maybe if the old tried and tested approaches aren't working, we've got a backup now, plan B.
The multiplication was simplified using the algebra tiles. Now, I don't use algebra tiles myself, but I do use diagrams similar to them. And then it was just the reverse of that, which I hadn't seen in action, and I thought was very impressive, I have to say.
Normally, we'd always just tell the students, if you multiply x by x, you get x squared, and if you had two x's added together, you get 2x. And they always struggle with that. So what the facilitator had today was a particular size, tile and colour for x, and a particular size, tile and colour for y. And then she had extra tiles for what x squared would be, which would be x by x, what y squared is, and what xy is. So when we do the sums, we do them with the models or the tiles. And it's really kind of getting the students to call out colours for a while instead of the x's, and then when we show them the answer, all of a sudden they realise instead of it being blue or red, it's x squared or xy, and that there is a difference.
The one that stood out for me most was the long division, because I have found that over all the years I've been teaching that no student, even the best ones, have so much trouble with the long division in algebra. And that doing it this way with the boxes, like Gillian showed us, makes it easy, makes it visual. They can see what they're doing at every step without having to multiply in the head, divide in the head, write down, remember what to add or subtract or whatever. It's there, step by step, as they're going along, and they get the answer. Very easy.
There are many benefits for both students and teachers. First and foremost, with the algebra models, it's very much a hands-on activity. And then progressing into the table or the array model, it's a very visual model, such appealing to both students and teachers. And speaking as both an RDO for the Project Maths development team and also a teacher who has come from a project school, this method does work.
Last year when I was teaching the first years the statistics, I implemented all the information that we got from the Project Maths workshop the first time, and I have to say it made my job a lot easier. I was a lot less me teaching, a lot more of them learning.
I definitely think there's huge pressure on teachers now that you're having to engage the children. You're almost kind of trying to entertain them for the 35 or the 40 minutes. They really won't listen if you're just up at the board with chalk and talk at this stage. So I would definitely be willing to try any methodologies I can to engage the students more. And you also have to try and differentiate for different learners. So the old ways would always have worked for the very capable students, but for maybe other students who would find it a lot more difficult, we have to do alternative methodologies if we've any hope of engaging them at all.
I love teachers to come into a workshop and have an open mind. Leave here with 4 or 5 ideas. Bring these new methodologies and put them into practice in their own classrooms. Give it a go. Analyse it at the end, reflect upon it, change things, and come back and tell me how they've got on at the next workshop.